Hi guys, this is Jackie from techjackie.com. Welcome to the video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand to this channel, make sure to press the subscribe button below so when I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified. In today's SEO case study video, I like to go through this one of my latest clients where I was able to increase his organic traffic from 7,000 something per month compare the previous 6 months to the last 6 months. You can see about 287% increase in organic traffic. And here's a case study. I'll leave the link in the description so you can go and read it out. But essentially, in this video, I'll go through with you kind of like the project background, the challenges, and what I've done to the campaign, so you can get the idea of how I was able to increase the traffic and the rankings of this website. So without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, this is a live search console here. As you can see, it's not a screenshot or anything, just to prove that this is a real stuff, right? I'm just blocking out the URL and everything just in case of the privacy. Now, first of all, this client, just to give you a little bit of background here, the client runs a travel agency here in Thailand, and before contacting me or coming to me, he was running some Google ads and some Facebook ads to kind of get the traffic. And yeah, so he runs a travel agency. It is quite a small focus agency, means he only sell tour packages in Bangkok. Like in Thailand, you have different places where you can visit, right? Different provinces and different areas, and you can also sell tours in different. And you can even sell tour across the country, like different areas. But here he only focuses in Bangkok, so it's a relatively smaller market, not smaller market, but niche down market. And the website is a custom built PHP website, so it's not a WordPress, which makes it a little bit difficult to work with. And here are some of the challenges that we face. So first is a limited customizability platform. So he runs a custom built PHP website, so there was a lot of limitations when it comes to modifications and everything like that. And also the website wasn't even built for SEO in the first place. It was built just for the sake of website, right? So we needed to basically do some kinds of modification to make it more SEO friendly. The second challenges that we faced were that there were quite a number of well-established authority sites. So if you have operated in the travel industry before, you will know that there are some of the big global players like Viator, TripAdvisor, there's even like Klook, and all these big authority global travel websites which usually dominate the niche. And also there are some of the local authority website as well. So the website is it's not a new website, it's about a 2 years old website, but obviously there was no SEO done before, and there was no backlinks or any authority like that. And basically going against big authority website like this is gonna be difficult, right? Especially if like we're on a very small market compared to these authority website where they have millions and millions of pages, and they sell like tours all around the country and everything like that. So they have a very huge topical authority in in the overall of the space here. And lastly, the limited budget. So the client didn't have a lot of monthly budget to cover the cost of the content, so which really makes creating content, doing the overall SEO a little bit more difficult as well, right? So here's how I approach the campaign, right? So first we approach by the technical optimization. Like I said, is a custom built website. We basically needed to revamp the technical aspect of the website. So there were many issues, like for example cannibalization issues, like there were different URLs with basically duplications and all that. So we needed to do the cannibalization, remove all the duplicated URLs, increase the crawl budget by removing the tags and everything like that, all those PHP stuff, right, that you might have maybe worked on some of these custom websites. So basically, I needed to collaborate with the developers and ask him to do all these things. Even after all these modifications, some of the things were also not possible because it is a platform limitations that cannot be changed. Like for example, URL parameters. Like when we search for any like of the tours package, we need to have like this one and equal to tour package, something like that. So this URL parameter was still there, right? Like, so this one is one thing which we couldn't fix, and there was a few others. Like this is a URL parameter, like for example domain.com slash, and then we have all these, tour 1 and tour 2, something like that. So this again, is a kind of like an issue which we couldn't fix, but again we needed to leave it like that. Then we move on to the on page, right? So with the on page, the strategy here was, since we didn't have a lot of budget, our main priority was to focus on the money pages or the tour packages. So essentially how this work here is, this is a website right here. As you can see, the home page. So we have the home page, which isn't optimized for anything, is for the brand. And then we have one categories, right? So like I said, the client only operates in one location, that is Bangkok. So we don't have multiple categories, we have only one category, that is the location itself. And then here, so this can be called as something like all tours, right? So all packages or something like that. And then from here you can, then there are all the packages that this client sells. So this can be package 1, package 2, package 3, package 4, etc., etc. So every tour package is basically what people are searching for. So people can search for, like for example, XYZ cruise package. So when they first search for this, then we want to rank for one of these packages, right? So this is a little bit more or less like e-commerce website, but with e-commerce we focus on categories for most part, but in here we focus on the products or the tour package itself for the most part. And we basically mostly focus on these money pages only, and we also created some blogs, some few information content, but not a lot, since we had a budget constraint. So you can imagine that the majority of these traffic that you're seeing here, they're not from the blogs. We only have a total of about less than 10 blogs on the website. So all of these are commercial high value keywords, right, that we're getting here. So this is not just ranking for generic information content, but this is ranking for money keywords, right? Tour packages keyword that client can sell and make money directly from it. So it's not any useless of people promoting that they're getting traffic, but they're getting most of them through information content, which for the most part are much more easier to rank than commercial keyword as well, right? So this is what we essentially basically focus on as a strategy. So we create all, I did a keyword research to find out what are people searching for, and then collaborated with a client and confirm whether they provide each individual tour or not. Because initially when they had on the website up on, they had only like a few tour packages because they didn't know what people were searching for. So I needed to do a keyword research, find out what people are searching for, and then gave them the list to confirm. And then we end up creating a bunch of these tour packages with each optimized for SEO. Now talking about optimization for each individual page or for each page that we built. So here are some of the key things that I keep in mind. So like for example, one is placing more important content higher up on the page. So let's say we have a content, let's say we create a content here, whatever is an important section, we try to keep on the top. We try to optimize the top part to be fully relevant and all that. And then we also focus on sentence level optimizations. So every sentence that we write on, we make sure to use all semantically relevant keywords. Make sure that the sentence structure is easy and NLP friendly, natural language processing friendly, and all that. You can also use all the on-page tools like Surfer SEO and all that, Phrase, Surfer, all these on-page SEO tools in the market. But I do have my own specific ways, I do have my own specific tools that I use to optimize all this. So all this is what I use as a part of my service, but also for anyone who joined my SEO coaching program, you also get access to this tool and the method that I use for this specifically as well. Because I come from an engineering background, so making sure that everything is technically optimized based on the NLP and everything like that is basically what I do all day long, essentially. And next, I also look at the keyword count and variation optimization. So I make sure to check the competitors' average and see like how many times they use each word. So like the word package, for example, we need to make sure that it falls kind of like in the medium range. But again, there are more nuance to this beyond the scope of this video. But again, you can also use tools like Surface SEO to do this. Internal link and UX optimization is another huge thing that I keep in mind because it's a package tour, right? So let's say a user land on this package on this tour, then I make sure to have the relevant links, internal links to all other relevant package that the users can basically explore. So this helps increase the conversions, increase the time on site, makes the user experience more fluid, and also with the internal link juice also flows as well. So this helps increase the overall user engagement and the connection, the topical connection of all these as well. And lastly, also usage of specific numbers, data points, easy to digest language structure to communicate clearly to the algorithms. So make sure to use all these numbers, data points, specific wordings and all that, kind of again related to NLP algorithm here as well. So try not to use too difficult language that the algorithms might not understand and all that. And lastly is to look at the search intent and optimize them. Basically, check the competitors, see the structure of the content, and try to replicate that. Try to understand what is the intent behind each keyword. Now that's pretty much it with the on page, right? And now the off page, we didn't do much. The client basically, like I said, was doing some Google ads and Facebook ad before, so they were getting all these engagement and brand signals already in the first place. And by after adding all these on page changes, we already see some big improvement due to user engagement. Again, I've been talking a lot about user engagement and brand signals on my channel, and a lot of all this SEO success, I basically make this user engagement thing has been like about 60% of all my success. So it's a very big important signal. Make sure you try watch my other videos. But yeah, so essentially based on the user engagement that the client already had, plus the on page that I added and technical fixes, we already saw some great improvement. But then I also went ahead and start building some high quality backlinks through guest posts. So get some guest posts we bought, and also using some PBNs, private blog networks, high quality ones. Again, strategically using them. Some of them use as tier 2, basically to power up some of these guest posts, right? Strategically, like again, there is some ways of how you can use this, and also build some citations. So some using the consistent name, address, and phone number to establish that we are a real brand, real entity on the web. And overall, we did build a lot of links because the brand signal, the technical SEO, and the on page already helped the site, like I said. And this is basically the results. As you can see, the website exploded in the March core update, and compared to the previous 6 months, you can see 287% increase in the overall organic traffic. And keep in mind, this is all coming from commercial pages. We do rank some blogs, but they're not really getting a lot of clicks really, because they're not that high competition or high volume blogs or anything. We have less than 10 blogs. The majority of the pages are all commercial tour packages, right? So you can see how much of the revenue the client's getting out of this. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, do let me know. If you're interested in any of the service that I provide, like either SEO service or SEO coaching, do reach out to me. Here's the website. I'll leave the link to this case study in the description so you can read more about it. That's all for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.